and NEF is 99.5% being run by women. Sir, just carry that inside. After this, daring friends, और रिस्क लेना पड़ेगा, daring तो होना पड़ेगा. I think it's a movie line also. Somewhere out I have heard कि daring तो करना पड़ेगा ना. अच्छा, तो wonderful. केम्पुराजन कृष्णन, सबसे खुशी की बात है कि हम सबको सिर्फ आवाज से और फोन में पहचानते हैं. किसी से ऑनलाइन में बातचीत हो जाती है और आपसे भी फोन में वार्तालाप हुआ. ठीक है, प्लीज और सीट पर बैठ जाएं एंड लेट अस सी व्हाट वी कैन समराइज फ्रॉम योर टॉक.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning to you and one and all.
Really nice to have you here. So,
It's my privilege.
your profile is really nice, but I would like to hear it from your own words.
Okay, well, my name is Kempuraja Krishnan and born and raised in Bangalore. About my education, I've done my MBA in Strategic Management and also done my undergraduate in the United States of America. The university is called BYU, Brigham Young University, is very famous in the US. So, a great opportunity. I've been into social work for almost 26 years. And twice I represented a member of Legislative Assembly elections and also represented member of Parliament election from Bangalore Central. And I'm very keen in doing social service. I'm doing a lot of activities in and around in Bangalore.
That's really good skills. And this, not everyone gets it. So, how do you communicate with others? Like, how do you explain yourself to others about this topic and you make sure that they are understanding? Like they understand your profession. How do you make sure about this?
Okay, well, first of all, we should understand the basic necessity of a communication means it's a two-way process. But it's not only one-way listening. It's a two-way process where I speak, the opposite person listens. And again, he speaks and I listen.
Yeah.
It's a two-way process.
So listening skills are also involved.
Exactly. So all the skills is required to understand what exactly the communication means.
How do you handle situations where there is a communication breakdown?
Okay, so well, first we have to understand the root cause of the communication. Now suppose there are two different communications of verbal and non-verbal communication. Now suppose the verbal communication you talk and even the opposite side also speaks, we understand. But compared to non-verbal communications, we see a lot of hearing impaired, where people can't speak and they can't understand. So in those kind of situations, how we break down is, we have to be very specific by breaking down with showing the simple signs, making sure that the opposite person understands. So simple sign, when we speak verbal communication, people understand. But what about the non-verbal communications? Only through your facial expressions and how you're going to communicate to the opposite side.
Okay. Are there any specific techniques which you use to understand when the other person is in a overly emotional situation or an aggressive situation? Like, is it possible to understand that?
Oh yes, of course. See, first of all, during these kind of situations, we have to be very patient. We have to be very calm, and we have to understand the opposite person what they're going through. First, we have to try to be in their shoes, to know the problem, the root cause of the problem.
Before reacting?
Yes, before you. So then, based on that, we can be very specific. Where we can show that effectiveness only through our communication.
And sir, you also said about non-verbal communication. Can you give me an example how that is used in real life?
Yes, because see, I also run an NGO, part of Dalit Fighters Forum. It's all India registered, and I have a hearing impaired people. We call it as government of, you're not supposed to use this word. Well, a lot of people are there. During those conversations when I talk to them, I use sign languages.
Viewers are like.
So I use sign languages and I talk to them in a non-verbal
Subscribe my
communication, making sure that they understand what I'm actually trying to reach.
And how do you change your communication style when you're talking to different persons? Let's say when you are talking to an interviewer or when you are talking to to a leader or when you're talking to a boss, how do you change the communication style?
Now I see, I was very admired the way Gandhi sir spoke. So first we should understand when you're talking to any specific leaders or a very probably you might be a very big politician. So first we should understand that he is very busy. Okay, and moreover you cannot use jargons like specific grammatical words. It's very difficult for them to understand. So you have to break down the words. You have to make sure that make it very simple. Now suppose we use a word called understanding. Sometimes we use the technical jargons we use as comprehend. Comprehend they'll not understand. So use the word understand. So they'll understand. So we use very simple phrases so that the opposite person who is a senior leader or a politician or any famous people or a celebrity who can really understand our communication.
So keeping it simple goes.
Very simple.
Okay. I have this idea. How do you make other people understand that? Like, if you have a complex idea, you are thinking that maybe the other person won't be able to understand. How do you still make them understand? How do you communicate that idea?
Probably, there's another way called written communication.
Okay.
Now, suppose the opposite side, when he's not able to understand, you have an options. So just grab a sheet of paper and just write down the written communication skills. So that is where this skills actually applies. So that through that written communication skills, they can understand very easily.
Okay. So when there is problem in verbal one, we can go for the written.
Verbal one directly you can go. So non-verbal, you can use even written skills.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
No, it's not more. I had one question, but are we running out of time? I don't think so. Okay, I would like to speak to one last
Sure.
question. Suppose there is the audience is not able to understand. Maybe I don't know sign language. Still, how can I communicate myself to them?
Oh yes, as I was talking about, the communication has many styles. Like what is effective communication skills?
Yes.
Like the opposite side, when he's not able to understand, it is your responsibility. First, you need to go identify the problem.
Okay.
How you're going to identify it? Talk to them. If they're not able to understand, then then you rectify the problem. Based on that, we can resolve the issue.
So we cannot hurry.
No, we should not hurry. Yes, hurry is not a communication. You cannot rush.
And how do we keep the communication style professional when writing emails or articles?
Oh, like as I told, suppose when you address through email communication, always you should understand we have to give them with respect. Okay, like dear sir, dear ma'am, greetings or warm greetings, probably good morning, good afternoon. These communication can create an impact.
Alright, so I learned a lot today.
Oh,
thank
thank
you
you.
so much, sir. I would like to ask ma'am to give you the certificate.
Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you once again. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks.
Next, I would like to call Dr. Engineer Ratnesh Gupta. Sir, Dr. Engineer Ratnesh Gupta.